everybody, and welcome to Superfood of the Week. We're going to be doing these videos every single week talking about a different superfood and the benefits therein. So today we have a special guest here, Mr. Bok. This is Bok Choy. We're going to talk all about Bok Choy and all of the benefits from this wonderful leafy little vegetable that's been sitting in my fridge for just a little bit too long, so it looks a little bit sad, but that's okay. These are going to be great. When I was in my college nutrition class, we're going through this sheet that we had to fill out about different, we were talking about nutrients, minerals, trace minerals, that kind of stuff. And so for each one, we had to list good sources of it. And it seemed like over and over and over again, my husband and I were writing down the same vegetable that was high in all of these nutrients. It was like, oh, what's high in calcium? Guess what? Bok choy. It was always bok choy over and over again. I had never heard of bok choy before, and I didn't know how to cook it. I figured I probably didn't like it because look at it. Unfortunately, it just doesn't look very appealing, but we realized we probably should incorporate it because it is high in vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, it's high in fiber, it's high in potassium, it's high in so many different things. So like literally all of the things that you want, they're found in this little leafy green vegetable that you may not have seen. It's definitely more popular in some of like the Asian diets. You'll see it a lot in like Chinese, Japanese, Korean kind of cooking. One other important thing to note is that it's super high in calcium. The calcium in plants are actually absorbed twice as well as the calcium in animal products such as milk. So, you know, everybody tells you drink your milk and so you can get your calcium for strong bones and everything. Definitely we do need calcium for strong bones, and this will be something that I definitely dive into deeper in a future video, but just keep in mind that the calcium from the bok choy that you're getting is actually going to be super beneficial because it's going to be absorbed way better by your body. So another great thing that is true for any, like almost any plant food, especially if it's in its whole intact form, is that it's high in fiber. So it's going to boost your DNA repair. It's going to help with the phytonutrients that it has, which scientists don't even know what all of those are, what kind of a role they play, except that they're just super helpful in reducing those free radicals in your body. So it's going to fight cancer. It's going to fill you up, because if you eat a bunch of this, especially once you cook it down, it gets a little bit more reasonable, but we'll probably eat this just between my husband and I in one meal, and I'll go over a couple ways that you can prepare those as well. But it's going to fill up physically your belly so that you feel more full, and then it's also going to be nutritionally dense, so it's going to have all of those nutrients, all of the minerals and the phytochemicals that you need in your body to be able to process and function properly, versus something being calorically dense where it has a lot of calories, so it still doesn't like fill you up all the way, and in like 30 minutes you're hungry again. So obviously if you're going to eat bok choy alone, you're probably going to still be hungry because it doesn't have a lot of calories at all. There's nutritionally dense food and there's calorically dense food. So it's kind of what it sounds like. Calorically dense food is going to be food that's high in calories. It's very dense. So think of like a donut, for example. That's a fairly small piece of food. It's going to go into your belly and maybe not expand your belly so much, but it has a lot of energy because it has a lot of the calories, but it's lacking all of the nutrients. So your body's not going to be able to fight disease with a donut, which is why some foods are better than others. With bok choy and other plant-based, especially vegetables, they're going to be really not calorically dense because there's not a lot of calories in them, but they are going to be nutrient dense. So you're going to have all of the nutrients that your body needs to fight disease and to build immunity and to function in its proper way, even though it's just a tiny bit of calories. Another thing that bok choy does is it reduces your cholesterol. So the fiber in plants will go through your system and it actually attracts the fat that you've eaten that would normally stick on the edges of all of your body, basically. So the fiber is going to grab all of the fat that would normally stick to the edges of your arteries, the edges of your pants, your shirt, whatever, and it's going to help flush it out of your body versus sticking on, and then that's how it helps with weight loss. It also helps detox your liver, so you're going to have a healthy immune function. You've got your vitamin C, which is going to help with that, folate, so it's helping with, especially if you're pregnant, that's something you need to consider, because your folate needs to be high, otherwise your baby is at a higher risk of getting spina bifida, which you definitely don't want. So if you're thinking, yeah, that's great and all, but I've heard like horror stories about eating bok choy and it causes kidney stones, or it causes all these problems. This old lady once went into a coma because she was eating bok choy. But as long as you are not eating 250 cups, that's what might cause kidney stones. Or this old lady who went into a coma from eating too much bok choy, she's eating 3 pounds of bok choy every day. That's a lot. I personally do not eat that many vegetables every day. So pretty much if you're sticking to a normal recommended amount, you're gonna be okay, and it's gonna deliver all of the benefits that you need. And that's just the same as anything else. If you're eating too much of one thing, that's gonna be not beneficial for you. If you're eating only donuts all day, obviously that one's not gonna be so great. Same thing if you're eating like a ton of carrots every day. If you eat a bunch of carrots, you're gonna turn orange. That's a real thing. The beta carotene will turn you orange if you're eating like only carrots all day. So calm down a notch. Don't eat 25 cups of bok choy, but definitely do incorporate it. It's a beautiful little cruciferous vegetable. The fun way that I like to cook it up is just chop it up into little pieces. You can throw it into a saucepan with a little bit of vegetable broth, or even just a little bit of water and a couple spices, and just kind of slightly wilt it and eat it just like that. You can throw it into soups, you can sneak it into lasagna, you can do all sorts of different things. We like it personally just in salads even. So lots of different ways to eat it. So that's that. Yay, welcome to the family, Bok. So definitely incorporate those into your diets. Tell me how it goes. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time.